Hello, Internet! We are still Kyle Katarn. That's still Jan Ors. We're still fucking Mary Sue, and this is still Star Wars!
Woo.
Star Wars!
We jumped for it. We're gonna have to, so get ready to shoot our way through the rest of Nar Shaada, as we have to go all the way fucking down the vertical city to get the disc that we blasted out of 88's hand.
Yeah!
And this is
awesome.
this is a very precise thing, as there's a lot of points where you can. Okay, well, we got it immediately, but now we have to get to where we have to go all the way down the rest of the city to get out.
Hell yeah! Let's depopulate this fucking place.
Yeah, no, we're gonna. I don't know why there's so many Grants hanging out in the fucking sewers.
Well, you know, sometimes they're just doing folk stuff. Doing, you know, a little hood rat shit in the sewers with their grand friends.
Well, now they're all dead. Also, I think I maxed out on thermal detonators here pretty quickly, because Grands are more likely to carry those than any other kind of weapon. Because that was their signature weapon in the first game.
Yeah.
Was using a thermal detonator or punching you.
Yeah, that's true. So let's settle in for a minute here, since we're just gonna be doing some repetitive first-person shootery stuff. Let's talk about Rebels. Oh no!
Rebels in general, or the show in particular?
The show in particular, because I was informed that it is apparently pretty good, and that it is going to have some sort of significant impact for the coming trilogy, given that it is canon. And so I started watching the first couple episodes. And
what do you think?
It's not bad. I don't dislike it.
Is it like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to the movies, like, you know, Avengers?
Yeah, except not hot garbage. Oh, Sibo, shit, you died. Sorry.
You died as you lived, falling off a cliff.
Getting punched in the back off a cliff. Yeah, no, it's not, so far at least, it's not a goddamn dumpster fire like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is. Or was. Did that get canceled yet?
No, it's still going.
Fucking Kyle MacLachlan is now a recurring character.
The complaint I occasionally look up, because a reviewer occasionally does recaps of episodes that I occasionally peek at, and apparently one of the big things about the show is it's pretty much the show for people, because a lot of time is spent setting up other things in the universe,
right?
And rather than focusing on its own plot points and characters.
Good. Super glad about it.
So yeah, it's Marvel.
Yeah, and it's bad. But Rebels so far is pretty good. It's very young adult fiction style of writing, so it's extremely tropey.
I'm mostly okay
Charlotte
with that.
And I were oh shit, Threebo Junior. Yeah, Charlotte and I were watching it, and we pretty much were calling out like the exact TV tropes references being made the entire time. But it's good. It's pretty clever in how it goes about doing stuff. It sets up an interesting aspect of the universe that hasn't really been expounded on before, namely what takes place in the development of the Rebel Alliance before the Battle of Yavin, because the series starts 5 BBY.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. So there's stuff like Grand Moff Tarkin is a recurring villain, and spoilers for like the first 2 episodes of a show that's in its 2nd season, like one of the guys on the crew of Rebels is a Jedi, and so you get to learn a little bit more about like the transition from the Order 66 and the Jedi Purge into kind of where the Jedi stand as a result of that, and at the beginning of A New Hope, and kind of I'm assuming what that means for how they're going to exist in the rest of the series.
Interesting. I thought in New Hope that the Jedi were like basically a fairy tale.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, in A New Hope, you know that Luke recognizes them, but kind of knows as much about them as like you or I would know about like the Crusaders.
I would almost say a good, like, I think a good example for the Jedi as far as people, like, basically add fantasy elements to like a Spec Ops soldier kind of thing, where you're vaguely aware that they exist. They're supposed to be ridiculous. You've probably never met one in person.
Right, but put on the fact that there's also been 20 years of Imperial propaganda denying that Jedi exist or were ever good or anything
ever
along those lines.
Or ever truly had mystic powers like was supposedly. I think was the big thing. It got to the point where people didn't even believe.
To put it in this perspective, they're like ninja.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to do it, to say it.
Except the other way around. Instead of everybody starting to believe that they had powers, everybody started to believe that they didn't.
Right. But yeah, and so it's kind of interesting to see the canonical reactions to, you know, an average person finding out about the Jedi. Namely that they buy in, like, right away and are super cool about it and immediately want to learn how to be a Jedi. Like, it's a little bit of, like, oh, it's the young hero protagonist with the, you know, hidden force powers that tries to become the savior of the universe sort of thing. So it's not the best.
It's like if everybody met Batman, it's like, oh man, you're Batman, teach me how to be Batman.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, actually.
I want Batman powers.
Or it's almost like if Robin showed up and was like, just Batman, let me be Batman. Come on, man. I want to do Batman stuff. Let's do Batman shit. Why aren't we doing Batman shit? Teach me how to Batman.
Teach me how to Batman. Teach me how to Batman.
What do people think about you just waltzing right in here and hitting all these switches?
Apparently no one gives a shit.
Yeah, what are they doing here? Like, are they maintenance workers?
This is moving cargo around. As we'll see from, like, as we move this, then, like, there are cargo containers that are being lifted around this level, and, like, that constitutes most of the platforming.
Gotcha. So this is like a rail cargo system.
Yeah, except there's also some levitation involved.
Well, yeah, I mean, repulsor lift technology is ubiquitous throughout Star Wars, and honestly, if you have to move a bunch of heavy shit, levitating it 3 inches off the ground and being able to push it like it's on a fucking cushion seems pretty good.
Look, it's Nar Shaada. There's probably some kind of official protocol to follow at workplaces when, like, gunfights involving gangsters erupt at or around your place of employment.
Yeah, exactly. There's OSHA safety protocol for it. Oh, it's Thursday. Looks like it's time for the usual gunfight across the...
If a cinematic gunfight breaks out in your place of work, please retreat into the corner and do not go for any cover spots. Please refrain from standing behind the giant red barrels.
Do not block access to the shield power-ups spinning in the corner.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, you know, they go... It's like, and I mean, think about, like, what your actual protocols for, like, people with guns showing up at work. It's like, don't get in their way, do what they want, try and stay safe. It's like the same shit here. A guy starts waving a gun around, and it's like, I need to do this. You're like, okay, man, and then you call the cops later. Except it's Nar Shaada, so there's not really cops.
Yeah, and except in saying, okay, man, they're just kind of sitting there staring blankly as you run through everything.
I mean, like I said,
he's a crazy guy that walks in with a gun. You don't want to tell him no. So this is kind of a cool part that is marred only by how fucking long it takes to do.
I mean, this is pretty inventive kind of stuff at the time.
Yeah, it's annoying to wait like 10 seconds for a platform to come down.
Yeah.
Especially, again, the first time I played this, I had no idea where I was going or why.
Right.
Right, I think this is definitely a game built in mind with the idea that, like, the kind of, like, with the idea that the people playing this would be very... I mean, you have to remember, this is back before video games were super mainstream, so... you build the games in mind that fans of that kind of game largely were going to be playing it. So this is a game very much built with people who play a lot of Doom and Quake in mind with.
And you are going to spend time like rolling through all the different places trying to figure out where to go and what to do.
I believe we're also coming up very soon here on one of the few places where I visibly die and reload because there's a jump here that's bullshit. You'll understand very quickly when I do it. I don't know what exploded or why.
Oh, fuck that. Fuck that shit. Oh god.
Also, this is before the era of checkpoints.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all manual saves.
Yep.
I remember manually saving in Doom a lot.
You know, I think you were supposed to jump down to this thing instead.
No, you can't.
Yeah, no, you can't. You have to make that corner jump. Ooh, we got a bowcaster.
Yeah. This is a weapon I won't use terribly often. It's got high damage output, but the thing is there's no reticule and it's not clear where it shoots. So unless I'm really close, I won't fire it. Although it's really nice because it will take these Grons out in one shot.
Nice.
It takes out a lot of enemies in one shot. It's just fucking like it doesn't have the auto aim that most weapons have, and it's also very hard to actually aim. It has an alt-fire. All the weapons in this game have an alt-fire because that was the style at the time. And the alt-fire for the bowcaster is that it will fire just a shit ton of bolts at once. And oops, missed my chance there because I got a very narrow window to jump on this when it's dropping off a box.
Or you can jump on the left one, which doesn't have a box.
This is a cool little sequence. I like this.
Yeah, no, again, like I said, like the levels in this are more interestingly designed in that they actually kind of make more sense as places.
Those two guys died together.
I mean, yeah, like this it actually feels like you're going like navigating through various places that you're not supposed, you know, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only level that felt like an actual place in the first game was that weird crazy maze that the guy had built full of droids to stop you from coming in.
Crazy sewer maze, and that's because they had given it the conceit that he was a crazy guy who lived alone and built a maze to keep people out.
Right.
Like that's the part of that's because then like the rest of it is like we're on fucking the Executor and there's like a room where we push a switch that inverts a staircase.
And stormtroopers just hiding in alcoves with no way in or out.
Yeah, stormtroopers hiding in hidden rooms where the only way to get in is to blow up the wall. There's going to be a lot more of those in this game, for the aforementioned Jedi Knight reasons. Oops, that guy fell. And he squished. Oh, no.
Nope, just fell brutally to his death. Aw, yeah, platforming.
And now I got no way to get back on that platform or get on the other platform. Cool secret. Cool secret game. A+.
Look, it's not it's not a 90s shooter secret if it didn't require you to just backtrack a ton.
Yeah. So there we go.
I don't know, Doom had plenty of secrets that weren't... Or Doom 2, I guess, had plenty of secrets that weren't bullshit. Poor bastard was on his lunch break and you killed him.
And then I slipped because running is kind of slippery in this game. So, oops. So I gotta wait for all that to happen again. So I popped some of my back to there because falling does not do damage to shields, it just kills you.
Yeah, it's straight to health, yeah.
There's no kinetic shields. Also, one other thing I will say that makes this game less fun than Dark Forces 1 is there's very, very little ambience. Most of the levels are like dead fucking silent.
Yeah, I mean, I can get behind not having a constant running MIDI loop in the background, but
yeah, that is,
you need something.
Yeah, and in this one, like aside from the sounds of the actual platforms moving, you get nothing.
Yeah.
And I thought it was coming down, but nope, it was going up. And then I missed it as it went down.
Yeah.
So
Good
time
work.
to just jump at it.
Just fucking.
Why are you still staring up? You saw it go
Because
down.
I thought it was... No, I didn't, apparently.
God damn it, Matt.
Nice. Just like, well, it'll come down eventually.
It's like, oh, there it is. I just gotta wait for it to come back up so I don't have to, like, break my legs jumping to it.
It only moves when you notice it.
Oh, Senpai... Katarn Senpai noticed me.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, he thought he could get the jump on me, but nope.
But nope, no one gets the jump on me. I get the jump on me. No, free
grow.
Yeah.
Free grower union.
Back to the earlier topic, I did see I saw a scene from Rebels that makes me actually want to kind of watch it to see where it's going. Well, I don't want to say if Sam's actually watching it and spoil it for him.
Is it from the first or second season?
I think it's from the second season.
Yeah, don't say it. But yeah, like I said, I watched the first 3 or 4 episodes last night, and I was just like, yeah, this is a thing I would keep watching.
It does make me.
It's not. Oh, and the mission's over. Cool. Good game. Good transitions.
Oh man, I wonder what this star's for. What are all these things that are taken out? It's a mystery. I don't know why it took us to that screen.
Yeah, that was weird. Also, why does she need to put on goggles to fly?
Because she's cool.
Also, this game goes directly contrary then to the Dark Forces novelization, in which it is explained that Kyle kind of not quite joins, but at least is friendly with the rebellion because I believe his father and at least his father and maybe his brother were actually killed by the Empire more directly stormtroopers in that game. They themselves were rebel sympathizers. While he was in the academy, they themselves were rebel sympathizers and got basically executed for supporting the rebellion.
So this is where we get, I think Ron becomes our mentor through this game.
Our ghost dad.
Yeah, that's a good way to phrase it. Yeah, they retconned Kyle's dad in this one. So, although I guess they didn't necessarily retcon it in that Kyle apparently finds out from 88, like, oh, Morgan wasn't killed by the There we go. So it turns out that Morgan Katarn was actually a Jedi.
Dun dun dun.
Remember. It will be your path.
Remember.
To the ways
Simba.
Well, your blessed ship is going to be in the repair bay for the next few days.
How's it look?
Nothing that a crate full of money which you don't have wouldn't solve.
Like always, I owe you.
Ace riding.
Can you take care of her for me?
You're not going after Jarek, are you?
No. I'm going back to my father's home in Sulan. Can you meet me there when you're finished with the crow?
Of course. Is everything okay?
I don't know. I'll find out when I get there.
Transitions!
Oh god, that was so bad.
I know.
Jeez. Jeez, that was terrible.
Kyle holds up that pizza cutter that turns into the moon.
My dad is on the moon. I must go to moon.
You know, much though I've complained about video games trying to become too like movies, I very much understand why they started in that direction, because damn, need some cinematography up in here.
That was the last of them.
Now what do we do?
So these are all of Jarek's dudes. They're looking for...
At Baron's Head.
There we go. 8088. 8088 is his name.
God damn it. Also, look at these dumbasses just running around in front of a green screen.
Yep.
Or like Crazy 88, am I right?
I was not expecting that perspective shift. It looked really funny.
For a second, I thought you were actually laughing at what I said. I was like, it wasn't. I don't think it was that funny.
No, I was not expecting Kyle Katarn's hand to just loom up over the entire fucking.
Also, we have
prairie.
no fucking idea how he got there. His ship is damaged. I don't know what damaged it either.
He force jumped. Alright, good night, Internet.
Good night.
Jesus.